going to be talking about Anheuser-Busch suddenly getting a lot of backlash from their constituents over Dylan Mulvaney. We're also going to be talking about country music's woke push in this video, kind of a multi-layered video here. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys towards the end of the video one way it is to actually beat the wokes. I can assure you right now that this is actually not the way I wanted to open this video. The reason why is because of YouTube's community guideline standards and, of course, the, let's just say the rules that they have had recently on certain types of channels, typically 2A channels and channels that do a little bit of gunplay and testing. Obviously, I cannot show you the reaction that, quite frankly, many of us are feeling right now when it comes to the topic of Bud Light. Now, guys, I made a video on this yesterday, but it didn't take long for backlash to occur. There's also a bit of a follow-up component to this video to another video that I made, which, by the way, is on country music and the CMA is going completely woke. Don't worry, we're going to cover all of that. However, as you guys can obviously tell, I am stalling for time. And the reason why is, once again, because of YouTube's community guideline standards. And the reason why that you just can't have certain things show up within the first 30 seconds of a video. Or really the first minute. Yeah, I know I'm kind of taking my time here. But still at the same time, the mere fact that beer drinkers got upset about this individual named Dylan Mulvaney, who is not even really, well, I can't say it, but hey, I'm past the point in time. Now I can show you how I really feel.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Fuck Bud Light and fuck Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
That right there was Kid Rock's response to Bud Light putting Dylan Mulvaney, trans activists, using Dylan Mulvaney to help sell their product. Of course, a lot of Bud drinkers, a lot of beer drinkers got a little bit upset about this. One of these people was actually Dr. Sebastian Gorka, which I didn't think was a great way of actually showing your way of boycotting, seeing how you basically bought a six-pack of Bud Light to then turn it back around and toss it. Me, I haven't drank Bud Light for a while, but as I revealed in yesterday's video, when Miller decided they wanted to go woke, I completely forgot about that, and I said to myself, you know what, maybe I should just give up drinking altogether, at least beer. I've been cutting down for a while, but then again, though, that's not the point of this video. What we're here to talk about is, once again, the fact that we have people trying to put political messaging in all of our products. The other day, a guy released a video and put it on Twitter about how Target is using more rainbows in little boys' clothing, not seeming to realize that little boys typically don't tend to go for rainbows. They typically tend to go for clothes that won't get them beat up in school, just for an example. Obviously, woke corporations do not seem to understand this, and we have to have this woke fascist nonsense thrown in our face. As a matter of fact, that's really and truly what the wokes are. They're not communists. They're fascists. They are demanding that you, well, you can call them commies, whatever. They're really all kind of the same when you actually look at the ideologies of all three, but we'll save that for another day. Fact of the matter is that people don't want politics in their beer. They don't want politics in their drinks. They don't want politics in their food. They don't want politics in their clothes. And no, they do not want politics in their music. Now, guys, I understand that the music world typically tends to go a little bit to the left, but Reba McEntire coming out and basically slamming the Tennessee law, of which, by the way, people in Tennessee have got a right to say, look, we don't want these drag shows being shown in front of our kids. I mean, I did do a video on this with where Bill Maher completely spaced the fact that Winsome Sears was telling him absolute truth that this type of stuff was going on in schools. And obviously, Bill Maher not having any kids, he obviously would not understand this. Being the smug liberal that he is, the smug liberal that he always has been, but then again, that we have to have people come out and tell us that he's being red-pilled on the issue. No, he's just simply coping. Fact of the matter is that these liberals don't seem to understand this because they're kind of sort of already desensitized to it. It's one of the reasons why I call them the infected. Most of these people are just not coming back. It's just the way that it is. However, these infected people want you to bask in their misery. They're typically very, very miserable people, and we'll be doing more projects on that in the future, especially seeing how I've started a series, which I haven't been able to pick back up on, talking about libs and mental illness. But this is how they do it. They spread their misery. They spread their ideas. They're extremely open about their lifestyle. They're extremely open about everything. They do a lot of inappropriate things. And then, of course, it's all really scientific. As a matter of fact, the Cato Institute had a poll out a long time ago showing you that libs, for the most part, are much, much more open about their ideology and much, much more open about spreading their ideology, regardless of who they upset or they offend. Whereas moderates and conservatives actually understand where libs coming from. Libs, on the other hand, do not understand where conservatives or moderates come from. It's part of the reason why they're so open about it. It's part of the reason why they're trying to go after our children in the schools and everywhere else, because, quite frankly, they don't have any. Wokeness is an ideology. Wokeness is a lifestyle. It's completely futile. I mean, it doesn't believe in reproducing kids. It transitions from man to woman, ensuring that you can never have kids, which is really, really weird because Dylan Mulvaney has never transitioned. And one of my subscribers let me know in the comment section that he was happy that I did not include the photo or the video of Dylan Mulvaney in the bathtub wearing a bra, which I also find very weird. But then again, though, these are, in fact, silly people. And before we completely shift gears in this video, I do want to say this about Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch used to put together great Super Bowl commercials. They used to put together things that would actually attract the common man and common woman. I mean, there's Super Bowl commercials with the baby Clydesdale and then the grown-up Clydesdale. They were some of the best commercials around. I have no idea what happened to these people. I mean, once you start, I mean, look, I understand that there's a such thing called evolution and you kind of evolve. I do get that. But at the same time, though, you can't fully evolve without still acknowledging the past somewhat and still having some of the past elements or some of the previous elements that you had. It's how you kind of keep your core base intact moving forward and have a generational base of support. Same thing with country music, same thing with sports. That's how you happen. It's traditional. You hand it down. That's the way things work. Even with, say, beer companies, that's just how it is. The thing about Budweiser is this right here, though. Budweiser, for a long time, they kind of sided on the traditional side of the culture war, and the mere fact that they have partnered with Dylan Mulvaney, a trans activist that isn't even really trans, and is also going out of their way to propose, even to the White House, the mutilation of our children and the drag queen shows in front of kids, is really kind of a... I don't know if this is just them stepping into a pile of crap. I mean, I don't know if it's just a great big giant, or if Budweiser is telling you flat out that they do, in fact, in the future, intend on pandering to a certain portion of the population that, quite frankly, could give a crap less about their product. The fact is this right here. The vast majority of people don't want this nonsense in their life as far as like being thrown in their face. It's not about being hateful or being a bigot or anything. It's just these people exercising their right to live a life on their own. They don't expect you. They don't, well, they probably kind of expect you to do it now, but we don't really want you to go out of your way to, how do I say, throw this lifestyle in our face, constantly remind us of who you are. We already know that. Now, why don't you do us a favor and leave us the hell alone? That's what we want you to do. I mean, it's too bad that sports went completely woke. Of course, the NFL, they decided to change their policy on that. But then again, though, every time you turn around, you see end racism slogans and you see love trumps hate and all that stuff right there all over the football field. And you wonder why it is that people get a little bit fed up with it. You saw last year that baseball tried to go woke during the whole Pride Month thing. And then you see the NHL out of the middle of nowhere embrace the whole Pride Night stuff in the month of March, when Pride Month is actually in the month of June. I have no idea why we have to sit back and look at people celebrate this. Then you go to Walmart and you see Juneteenth flavor ice cream, which, by the way, I got nothing against Juneteenth, even though I do believe that Juneteenth is just another attempt at business retailers to try to get another sale. Once again, woke corporations, woke capitalism. By the way, I'm very, very much a capitalist. What I am not okay with is this wokeness. Fact of the matter is it's just, once again, just another great big giant, how do I say, game that's being ran with the people. First, you come for the corporations, you come for the clothes, you come for the sports, obviously. You try to throw that crap down our throat, try to make the players do all this stuff when you already know they're not completely comfortable with it. Nobody's going to come out and say it, except, of course, in the NHL, where a lot of players, who, by the way, are not American players, mostly Russian players, who said, look, there's kind of like an anti-propaganda law in my country that says, look, if I wear this type of stuff, I could maybe get charged when I get back home, because a lot of those players don't live here in the United States. I hate to say it, but the Eastern Orthodox Church has got this matter 100% correct. And while I am not against gays as a whole, I got to say right now, or against trans, I got to say right now that there are other countries, one of which was Uganda, who was very, very much against it, to the point where they actually banned it. Here in the United States, you are not oppressed. They put you on a television. They put you on a television screen. They put you on the cover of beer cans and beer boxes, and they basically spread your lifestyle all over the place, regardless of how insufferable it is to everyone out there. By the way, like I said before, I'm not against gays. What I am against is the whole rapid wokeness, and I already know that this video right here could, in fact, get me in trouble so close to monetization. But still, guys, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. But the fact of the matter is, and this rant is not over with, fact is, people don't want to have to deal with this crap when they're drinking a beer. They don't have to deal with this crap when they're listening to music. They don't have to deal with this crap. And by the way, country music's been going bad for a while, but now you just officially killed it, buried it, made it officially not country, pop, and then you got these other people out there who have made it rap all of a sudden. It's too bad. It's just too bad. I understand things evolve. But at the same time, though, really, you've got to blow the whole thing up by making it woke. Yeah, you're just alienating your core fan base. And it's really funny, too, how it is that we're all just pandering to an extremely small section of the population. I mean, we went from love is love to, well, now we got to get married. Oh, wait, now you have to bake my cake. Wait. If you don't bake my cake, I can sue you. I can make it a constitutional case. Oh, now I've got it at the Supreme Court that I can get married, even though it's a states' rights issue. And now, of course, they're coming after your children. And not only are they coming after your children, they're coming after your beverages, your music. They're kind of sipping in. I mean, it's just how the infected operates. Kind of like a virus. It just spreads all the way throughout. It's just the way it is. Now, what do? Well, we can always boycott. We can always say no. We can always say, no, we're not going to drink this product. And I understand that this video right here, for the most part, was supposed to be about beer. But here I am ending this video on a bit of a tangent. What I would do is I would keep fighting back the way you have been. Obviously, the backlash was enough to get Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch to officially walk away from this slogan. Obviously, walk away from this individual. A certain type of backlash that Budweiser is not going to be able to handle. I don't know if anybody notices this, but 1 to 2 days of no beer sales at all, it's pretty freaking bad for a beer company. It's 3 or 4 days that they have to make up. And I know somebody's thinking to yourself, well, you know what? That's not that big of a deal. They sell beer everywhere. Okay, well, go to an actual bottling company, to a distilling corporation, and ask me and tell me exactly how it is that when things get backed up for a few days because all of a sudden stores don't need products and they can't carry extra products, it kind of messes up the rhythm and timing, and it kind of messes up your wallet. It kind of messes up your paycheck. It kind of messes up the ability to make any money. It kind of messes up your profit, if you guys know what I'm saying. If you really and truly want to beat these people, you beat them by hitting them in their wallet. That's the only language they understand is money. Except, of course, in the case of entertainment, the best thing you can do is just simply unsubscribe and walk away. Let me tell you guys a quick story to end this video. After the 2012 presidential election, I was watching an episode of Sean Hannity. I stopped watching Hannity a while back. However, there were a few people on the opposite side of the aisle, Democrat pollsters, 2 of which were named Pat Caddell and Neil Schoen. Neil Schoen found a way to, in 2012, not vote. He was not an Obama-style Democrat. Pat Caddell was a Jimmy Carter-style Democrat, a lot like Bob Beckel, who Bob Beckel was an absolute loon, and he's never really changed. But the thing you have to understand, in the case of Pat Caddell, when they were asked the question about how do we fight back against this, and Pat Caddell simply responded by saying, you people don't know how to fight. You don't know how to fight. And he's a Democrat. He didn't vote in 2012, and he told these Republicans, look, if you don't want to hear the nastiness that Bill Maher or David Letterman or whatever says about women, or he makes fun of you or whatnot, which, like I said before, I can always take a very, very good joke. If you really and truly don't want to deal with this, the best thing you can do is simply call your cable provider or call, I don't know, which now everything is streaming, so you can just simply hit the unsubscribe button and tell them that you want that crap removed, or else you're going to leave the package. They're going to say no. Okay, so you simply unsubscribe, give my money back, you walk away. After a while, they're going to notice that fewer and fewer people are subscribing, and they may even raise the price at first, but after a while, they're going to realize that not enough people are coming in, not enough people are paying for the product for these people to sustain. So after a while, they're eventually going to ask the consumer, and guess what they're going to find out? They're going to come across a lot of people in focus group sessions that are going to tell them point blank, look, dude, the minute you went woke, the minute you platformed this individual over here to insult my values or insult my way of life or throw this nonsense in my face, that right there is the minute that you lost me. And you'll find out that there are a lot more people when actually put down and sat down inside of a room and told, as personally, you will find out immediately exactly how it is that you beat these individuals and how you beat these corporations. You hit them in their wallet. But guys, with that right there being said, just my 2 cents for the first video of the day to be released tomorrow. There will also be another video talking about how it was that kind of a follow-up to the video I did on Anna Kasparian, and why it is that Cenk is completely, totally wrong, and why it is that we think this moron is completely hilarious to think that he could just speak to certain people a certain way. And, of course, there'll be my final take, the long take, over an hour long, talking about the Trump indictment and how Democrats actually screwed up. Guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, sign up in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later.